Beautiful Aquarius peeps, what's going on everybody? It's your boy Am for CancerMoonsTarot, and I'm coming at you guys with your mid-November 2021 tarot reading. I hope you guys are well, and if so, let me know down in the comments down below. As always, readings here are general, so if they resonate, that's awesome, and if not, it's not your message. And if you want to check out my official social medias, you're more than welcome to. All that information is going to be linked down in the description below. Real quick, Aquarius, I apologize in advance if you guys hear a bunch of noise coming from outside. There are people across the street currently that are doing some leaf cleanup and leaf blowing and stuff like that, so if it does get a little loud, my apologies in advance, okay? So let's take a look here and see what we got going on. Aquarius, we're going to start off with your current energies for this reading, and then we'll get into the rest of it. So what current energies are showing up here for Aquarius? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus during their mid-November 2021. Let's have a look, okay? We got here the Death card. Could be connecting with a Scorpio. You got the Judgment card, another Scorpio card too. And then we have here the Knight of Cups. So, the Death, the Judgment, and then the Knight of Cups. I definitely see change here happening for you, considering that we had that Death card jump out. So we do have some sort of change occurring for you in mid-November. But what does this change entail? I think it's about taking a new approach to a situation, guys, because the Knight of Cups is about something that you're putting your energy towards. It's about taking action, right? So you're taking action in a brand new way. I feel like you're giving yourself a chance here to do something. Let's clarify. What's going on with the Judgment? What is Aquarius giving themselves a chance to do? And we got here the Queen of Wands, to be more bold and more assertive. I feel like this is definitely coming out of your shell kind of vibes, where it's like you're giving yourself the chance to just be more you, more bold, and just like, I'm going to show the world who I am. I'm not going to be in my shell anymore. Let's clarify the Death card. And we got here the Seven of Wands. And then let's clarify the Knight of Cups. Why do we got the Knight of Cups here? And we got here the Knave of Coins, which is the Page of Pentacles. So yeah, I feel like this is about being more assertive in your own energy. It's like, I'm done being passive-aggressive. I'm going to be a little more aggressive right now on what my wants are, what my needs are. And if people are taking advantage of me, Seven of Wands, I'm not going to be afraid to stick up for myself. It's kind of like you feel like you've been a little too passive for way too long, to the point where you feel like your energy has been pretty damn drained from a lot of things. For some of you, I'm hearing it's been from work, so maybe you've had a boss who's been asking a lot and like way too much of you, kind of to the point where it's like, dude, I need a fucking break. It could be about a partner who's been asking a lot from you, your family who's been asking a lot for you, but I kind of feel this energy, Aquarius, of where like people have needed you a lot, they've asked a lot from you, and it's gotten to the point where it's like, it's time for me to be more assertive in setting my boundaries. It's time for people to understand that it's okay for me to say no. It's time to be less passive and be more aggressive, because people have utilized my passiveness and have walked over me in certain situations, and I don't want that to happen anymore. So I feel like your life has been in a flow state, but it's been in the flow state of like you really just going with the flow of what others want, and it's like, it's time for me to take my tempo back. It's time for me to take my control back in my own life, okay? So that's what I see here for you guys. Let's go ahead and take a look here and see what you're dealing with, Aquarius. What is Aquarius dealing with in mid-November? Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout mid-November 2021. What is Aquarius dealing with here? We have here the Ace of Pentacles, we have here the Three of Swords, and we have here the Eight of Wands. Speaking of work, you do have the Ace of Pentacles jumping out, which can represent your job. Ace of Pentacles could represent like you've been working incredibly hard to the point where maybe you're getting a raise this month. So a few of you could be getting a raise, but I feel like you want to separate yourself right now from opportunities in general that people are kind of throwing your way. I think you've gotten to the point, Aquarius, where it's like, I'm so drained that I just don't really care about anything else right now. I just want a break, right? I want time to get my energy back. So Three of Swords, Eight of Wands. Three of Swords here is talking about separation. I feel like right now, Aquarius, you're separating yourself from everything that's kind of needing you. Whether that be your job, you are setting more boundaries with your job, saying, look, you have utilize me as much as you needed to, but right now I need to have boundaries, so these are the days I'm coming in. It's like you're giving them your schedule, okay? Same thing applies with friends, same thing applies with loved ones. It's like if people have been really, really needing you constantly 24/7, you're like, look, I'm available here, I'm available there, but this is when I'm not available, you know? It's about saying, look, I got time that I need to utilize for myself. So I do feel here, Aquarius, that whatever's been kind of demanding of your energy, you are very much so separating from that in mid-November, okay? Let's clarify the Ace of Pentacles. Why do we got the Ace of Pentacles here? And we got here the Empress, yeah. I feel, Aquarius, like people are looking at you as a fixer, a healer. They're looking at you as a really, really valuable person. But the problem is that it's nice that people look at you and see your value, but at the same time, it's not nice when people overextend their stay or overextend your value. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, a friend can ask you to do something for them, and you can do it for them once, and it was a nice gesture. But if they keep abusing you doing something for them, that is somebody taking advantage of you. Same thing applies to with your boss. If your boss asked you to work overtime one time, and then they wanted you to do it for 2 months straight, like, granted, the money's great, but it's not necessarily fair to force you to do that. So, with all that being said, I feel like people are taking advantage of all of the energy you've put into others. And this month, you're like, nope, I need that energy back for me because y'all are draining the F out of me and I need to be cool, calm, and collected. So you're making sure you're setting your boundaries that need to be set. All right, let's take a look here and see where things are going for Aquarius in mid-November. Where are things going to be going for Aquarius here? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout their mid-November 2021. And what do we got? We got here the Strength. We got here the Page of Swords, we got here the Nine of Swords, we got here the Two of Swords, and we got here the Ace of Wands. So, Strength card, Page of Swords, and then the Nine of Swords. It's like you're going to get to that point, Aquarius, where you reach your breaking point and you say, Strength card here, it is time to tame the beast. I am no longer on the market. I am no longer on sale. Everybody that has had what they've needed from me, that's great and wonderful, but I am not going to be around as much as you needed me to, because I'm in that position of time right now where I got enough things to stress about, Nine of Swords. I got enough things that are basically on my mind over here, Page of Swords, so it's really time for me to focus up and take care of what I need to. Now remember, we also had here the Two of Swords and we have here the Ace of Swords, so what you're choosing is you're choosing to focus on your new beginning. You're choosing to focus on what you need to make top priority, Aquarius. So coming into mid-November, where things are going is you're definitely making yourself more of a priority because other people have prioritized themselves for too long. So it's time for you to do the same for you, right? All right, Aquarius, let's go ahead and take a look here and see if there are any kind of dire or important messages jumping in here for you at the mid-month mark. Are there any sort of dire or important messages coming in here for Aquarius? We got here the Temperance card. Yep, you need rest and rejuvenation. We got here the Star card. And we also got here the Knight of Swords. Absolutely. So the Knight of Swords is like speaking up for yourself. Remember how I said that in the beginning of the reading? You've been in a flow state, but like you've been in this flow state of like going with the flow with what others want from you. Coming into mid-November, you're taking that control back. You know, you're taking back that power of no. It's like, I'm not going to keep bending my back over for anybody anymore, you know? At this point, if I need to speak up for myself, if I'm too tired to do something, if I'm too drained to do something, I'm going to set that boundary and I'm going to say no. So with the dire and important message here, Knight of Swords, you're utilizing your power of no here. It's very important to do that. It's very important to capitalize on your boundaries and to make them known. And with the Temperance to the Star here, this is about pulling from your well now. What does that mean? Well, if we're talking about a well here, if we're talking about water here, right? If we're talking about filling the cup of others, you've been filling the cup from other people or for other people for such a long time. Now it's time for you to drink from your own well. Now it's time for you to drink from your own cup with that Star card. So this is about giving yourself time to heal, especially paired with the Temperance. All right, Aquarius? You guys need rest and rejuvenation. Do not be afraid to take it. Do not be afraid to distance yourself from people or distance yourself from being that person who's always readily available, okay? Don't always make yourself available because people can take advantage of that shit, all right? All right, guys, let's go ahead and jump to the outcome real quick. And then I don't think I'm going to end off the reading with just the outcome. I might go a little deeper into this tarot reading because I feel like there's more messages for you. But let's jump to the outcome for now and see what we got. So what's going to be the overall outcome here for Aquarius? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus during mid-November 2021. What is the overall outcome for Aquarius throughout this reading? And we got here the King of Wands and we got here the Fool card. Yeah. So the King of Wands is interesting for me because this is the card where the king has the opportunity to get up off his throne, but he's naturally sitting down in his throne in almost every image depicted in the tarot. So the King of Wands can take action if he wants to, but it doesn't mean he's going to. So you got the power of choice back into your life, because I feel like you've just been really going with the flow, just really doing everything for everybody else, and you haven't really been recognizing or acknowledging your choice. And now with the Fool card here, it's like, I'm not feeling obligated anymore. And I'm not sure necessarily why. You were in a very passive energy for a hot minute, Aquarius. I'm not sure why you felt obligated so much to keep on doing things for others, even to the point of draining you, but you're getting your boundaries back here with that Fool card. You're releasing that. You're like, I have no obligation to anybody else but myself, point blank period, and I'm not going to let others utilize my energy any longer, especially if they're taking advantage of it, okay? So this was a pretty interesting read. But yeah, like I was saying, I'm not so sure what really put you in a very passive kind of energy. What is it exactly that was making Aquarius super passive? Like, what made them not really toss up their boundaries more in the beginning? We got here the Devil card, we got here the Nine of Wands, and we got here the Ten of Wands and the Hermit. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. So Aquarius, I feel like what made you passive as it is considering that you weren't in such a good place. Because the Devil card is like, I don't feel really great right now. I feel really stressed out, really trapped. Ten of Wands, I feel really burdened. Nine of Wands, I feel incredibly wounded. Hermit card, I'm going through a lot, but I'm going through a lot on my own. So I do feel that over the past couple months, you definitely have been going through a lot on your own that other people don't know about. So considering that you've been dealing with a lot of things on an emotional level, maybe helping people or having other or just going with the flow of what others wanted was like a good way to escape for quite some time. But I think you realize too that like throughout the process of aiding towards other people and not aiding towards myself, it's done more harm to me than good. Because I think that in the beginning, it was like, okay, it's kind of like an escape right now from what's bothering me. I get to keep myself busy. Like, for example, let's say we're talking about work. You know, you might have been going through a lot mentally, and then your boss might have been putting you on a lot more hours, and you were like, okay, this is good for me. Like, it helps me escape, and it helps me get more money. And then you might have been realizing, but me ignoring, like, everything that I'm dealing with emotionally right now, and then me doing everything else for everyone else, that is like making me even 10 times more drained. So I feel like you realized it did a lot more harm than good. I really need to focus on myself right now and focus on my healing and focus on getting my boundaries back and making sure that when I'm drained, I'm resupplying my own energy, you know? All right, guys. I think that's it here. I'm not too sure if there are any other messages. I'll see real quick before we end off the video if there are any more extra messages to pull here for Aquarius in mid-November. Anything else that they need to hear. Are there going to be any sort of extra messages that Aquarius needs to hear? It could be relating to this reading or it can be totally unrelated. Anything that they need to hear at all could resonate to one person or thousands. Just any messages here. Alright, we got here the Knight of Wands. We got here the Three of Wands. And we got here the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, Aquarius, don't feel scared to do what you want to do, okay? Three of Wands over here is the energy of waiting, but Knight of Wands is the energy of action. Aquarius, in mid-November, for any reason at all, if you find yourself at a standstill of wondering whether or not you should do something, if you want to do it anyways. Don't hold yourself back from doing anything for you this month, okay? So that is anything, guys. If you really want to buy something nice for yourself this month, buy something nice for yourself, okay? If you want to take an opportunity to look at a different type of job, take that opportunity to look at a different type of job. If you want to talk to somebody else, go talk to somebody else. Whatever it is that you are feeling the urge to do for yourself that you know will be good and beneficial for you, do it. Don't hold yourself back, okay? So that was like a nice little extra message there for you. Basically clarifying, that's a new word. Basically clarifying for you, if there is something you want for you, don't hesitate. Do it for you, okay? Alright guys, so that's what I got for you. I mean, the overall synopsis of this reading is I feel like people were taking advantage of your energy, like you've been very passive for a while, and therefore you've kind of been going with the flow of like what others wanted from you, and I think that it kind of got to the point where people were taking advantage of that and you were noticing how drained you were. So coming up in mid-November, it's about taking your control back, taking the power of no back, you know? Saying, hey, sorry, I can't make myself available right now, I got other shit to do. And it's also about reprioritizing yourself as well, okay? Alright, Aquarius, I love you guys. Enjoy the rest of your mid-November, everybody. Take care. If you're new here, definitely consider subscribing. If this message did not resonate, no worries there. There will be tons of more messages in the future. But with that being said, Aquarius, I love you all so much. Enjoy your mid-November, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Much love, and have yourselves a good one. Peace.